Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Spongebob Squarepants Battle for Bikini Bottom bonus episode, where I will be going over all, or at least most, of the cut content of this game, and also show you something that I forgot to show off in Goo Lagoon. But anyways, let's get on to the cut content by going over to... I think I'm going crazy or something, but I'm seeing like glitches over there. But anyway, let's go over to this theater, where it's playing Revenge of the Bridge of Plankton's Other Brain. That's a very long title. So we need 40,000 shiny objects, but I already have that. So...
Hello, sir. May I help you?
One movie ticket, my good man.
Yes, sir.
Now, before we go in...
What if I want to watch a movie I haven't seen? Like, could I see Deathfish 2000?
Sorry, sir.
What about Carp Wars?
No.
Nautical Nonsense 23, The Procrastination.
Sir, I'm on break now.
Oh, okay.
Anyways, on to the theater. Here we are with the SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom concept art. The movie. Let's start off with quite possibly one of the most well-known content in this game. Robot Squidward. This was supposed to be one of the bosses in the game, and the thing you had to do with him is that you had to go up to the buttons, push them, and then it would drop rocks on his tentacles. And after that, the head would come apart from the floor and start flying all over the place and shoot discs at you. And that's about it for all we know about the boss and what you were supposed to do. But what we do know is that Robot Squidward will be in Rehydrated. So that's pretty cool. Anyways, the next picture. Mermaid Man Spongebob. Yeah, originally you could just change costumes with Spongebob. And one of the costumes was his Mermaid Man costume. There's also another one, which I believe is the Caveman Spongebob. So that's pretty cool. And there, speaking of the devil, there it is. And here is Sandy's Tree Dome, where originally you could go up to Sandy's, well, treehouse and just explore it a bit. And there's also bugs there, which you don't. I don't think you don't see them in the Sandy's Tree Dome that we got. That would have been interesting. I mean, that was a thing that you could do in the Sandy's Tree Dome in Revenge of the Flying Dutchman, where you can do platforming on the actual tree to explore more of the area. That was pretty cool. Next up is Sand Mountain, where you can get onto these clam seats and ride up to a high point of the slope. And you can jump any time and just slide down. I mean, we do see the clam seats, but we can't actually get on them. At least I don't think. Here's concept art of Robot Sandy doing a body slam. I mean, she does do it, but it's not as, well, like this. It's just the slam on the butt. And here's Sandy, where originally she was going to slide on her tail, but they changed it to where she would slide on the clam shell thing. And that was a better choice and good thing to change. Here's Rock Bottom. And originally there was going to be a lot more like Rock Bottom houses that you can walk by. And sure, there are a good chunk of Rock Bottom buildings, but they're more like, you know, business buildings and stuff. And you can see like houses on the background. And there's also a weird robot to the left of SpongeBob, the first one on the bottom left. I wonder what that one is. Oh, there's even a couple more in the middle of the picture. What robots are those? Might see them later in this film? Oh! So, originally, and I've only just learned about this. Originally, there was going to be some NPCs dressed up as robots. as like wearing them as costumes, as if they're like fans of them. And one, they can dress up like these ones that you're seeing right now, but also they can be actual robots. Yeah, that's a really cool thing that I wish they actually did, where you walk around Bikini Bottom and you just see a bunch of NPC fish dressed up or as robots. Would have been cool, but oh well, I'm sure we'll see them in Rehydrated. Concept art of Tubelets. I can barely see the top one there. You can see the wheel on the top screen. There's Chuck, aka Tactical Nuke Bot. There's original design for Sheriff Bot, aka ARF. Originally, he's gonna use like shooting hands and doesn't have the doghouse thing that he has in the current game. And then there's the left ARF Dog. Original design for aka Shut Up. Now this robot, I tried looking this up, and I couldn't find anything about this one. But here's my 2 cents of this thing. I believe this was supposed to be the first robot we would have encountered. You know, like the father? I believe this was the first normal enemy robot we would meet. And he would just fly around and then just like swipe you with its claws or something. It's interesting seeing some robots that aren't used in the final game. Original version of G-Love. There's Tartar, aka Tartar Shot, I think. I deleted the little note on my screen for the nicknames because I'm an idiot. There's Hammer, which I'm kind of glad they redesigned to have like the one wheel instead of the two, and it's nice that the original design still looks like a legitimate ham and not just a fake metal ham, like in the Rehydrated version. Here's original designs for the Tikis, and you can definitely tell a difference between the Thunder Tikis and the Floating Tikis. The floating one being more feminine in the original this one and not the final game, and the Thunder Tiki having a definite color change. It's interesting, especially with the Floating Tiki. There was a massive overhaul with the design change. There's Prawn with a P and not a C. Here's concept art of Robo Patrick, or is it Robot Patrick? There's, I believe, the original intent for this stream for Mr. Krabs was you had to do platforming and you can just grab the golden spatula or something on top of the Krabby Patties. I don't know why they changed it to where it was just like an enemy rush, but I mean, I think it's because Squidward's dream was a whole lot of platforming already, so it would have been redundant. Oh well. Here's just some movie poster for Battle for Bikini Bottom. Amazing. I think this one's the Mermalair. I'm pretty sure. And originally there was a little glass prison in the middle, which we don't see much of. And now here's this little guy, where you can walk up to him, you know, say hi or whatever, and he would just pull out a hammer and slam you. Don't know why they cut this guy out. I think this was supposed to be the original enemy, like for Hammer, but was, well, replaced with Hammer. Here's Kelp Forest, which is very dark because you can see skeletons on the floor. And Spongebob agrees with me. More Kelp Forest, which has a picture of a crashed ship. I'm guessing it's that same... Sorry, I made a mistake. It's an airplane. Probably the same one that we saw in Jellyfish Fields when they helped us with that bridge. Speaking of Jellyfish Fields, this is the same one that we saw in the Rock Bottom Museum. Now, this is Goo Lagoon, but we see robot flies that just go down and just grab stuff. But that's not the interesting thing. The interesting thing is that SpongeBob is doing a move that you don't normally do in the game, or can't even do in the game. Just blow bubbles. It's strange how SpongeBob was normally going to have a normal bubble blow attack, like in the Game Boy Advance games. Now this is Sand Mountain, I'm presuming, where you could do a whole lot of platforming to get some vitamins or whatever that thing is on the left next to that robot. This is Flying Dutchman's Graveyard, and you were originally gonna fight or have an enemy that's a robot eel on the bottom left, but also a pirate that you can see in the middle there with SpongeBob trying to balance himself and get away from the robot pirate to the left. Let's see a pirate to the right. Oh. So remember in my Flying Dutchman episode where I said it would have been cool to see some ghost pirates or something? Well, I guess there was originally going to be a ghost shark chasing after SpongeBob, or Sandy. I don't know how you would have game ended it, or just what it was supposed the original intent was, but apparently you could originally run away from a ghost shark. Now this one is concept art of a giant robot foot trampling all over downtown Bikini Bottom. Original design for the Duplicatron 3000. Poofing out completely random robots that are not used or seen in the game. And here's where that giant foot came from. This giant monster robot thing in downtown Bikini Bottom. I guess this was supposed to be a boss you would originally fought? I don't know. And back to Robot Squidward. Here's Caveman SpongeBob. Now, I don't know where this one is. I think this one's Goo Lagoon. But, I mean, can I see the goo? But the interesting thing here is this robot squid. That would, I guess, just fly up and down, and you could have to defeat him by, stepping on him, a la Crash Bandicoot. Rather interesting, but I'm guess this is Jellyfish Fields. But this is a thing where SpongeBob is about to attack this robot shark. First ghost sharks, and now robot sharks. But this is also a move that SpongeBob can't normally do, I think. I think it's the same bubble blow move, or it's the bubble bowl move. I don't know. I know that normally the bubble doesn't go up in the air. Oh, never mind. It's the bubble cruise. Never mind. I see the propeller. This is Jellyfish Fields. Here's downtown Bikini Bottom with robots just driving boats around, and you have to avoid them. And then there's the robot Squidward fight, where the tentacles are destroyed, and Squidward's flying around shooting discs at you. And that's everything in this movie. I give it a 7.8 out of 10. Too much robots. Anyways, now that that little film is over with, let's move on to the other well-known content in this game that isn't the robot Squidward fight. Even though it's also something that has to do with fighting a boss. I'm of course referring to the unused Phase 2 of Spongebob Steel Pants, or as a lot of people like to call it, Muscle Bob Steel Pants. So, originally, after you defeated this phase of the boss, SpongeBob will grow muscles. Specifically the muscles that from a previous episode where SpongeBob buys fake muscles just to make himself look like he has muscles, except it doesn't actually, like, make him stronger. And what you would do in the boss is that you would play as Patrick, and you would have to throw either dumbbells or rocks, or parts of the chum bucket, at the part where you would have to blow on the arm to grow them. And that's all we know about the phase. Just that he grows arms, you throw rocks or something at him, and that's about it. You can see the arms in the cutscene after you defeated this part of the phase, but I'm presuming because of time constraints or whatever, they just had to cut it. Although you can see them act like Muscle Bob going around walking for some reason. Yeah, that was a thing where it would grow legs and walk towards you to try and attack you. And while I'm talking about him walking, for some weird reason, SpongeBob is walking in one of the early trailers, even though it's supposed to be Patrick there. I'm guessing that was just there for like to test the animations or something. But anyways, that's about it for Muscle Bob Steel Pants. So, let's move on to the other well-known cut content in this game. That, of course, being Patrick's Dream. This one... Oh, Patrick's afraid of talking about it. Anyways, originally, Patrick's Dream wasn't supposed to be this at all. It was supposed to be a whole area that was full of like ice cream and sweets and stuff, and you would have to do a whole lot of platforming to get a golden spatula. And because again, time constraints, I think you're seeing a pattern with all of this content stuff. They had to remove it, and they just had to program this, and the whole mission of, here you go. And just program Patrick and SpongeBob to be saying all of this. And you can actually go to the original Patrick's Dream if you insert a certain, like, code or something on your computer if you're playing on a PC or something. I don't know how that kind of programming thing works. But if you do, just a little heads up, there's no skybox. So the whole, like, sky is going to be very, very messy with all those textures and stuff. And also you can see, like, NPCs just standing there, like Mrs. Puff and Larry and a few other non-important characters. And there's a few other robots there and stuff, and yeah, Patrick's Dream as a whole is very interesting. But you know what? Speaking of levels, there's actually one... That's not the right button to push. Anyways, there is one more unused level that I did not know about until recently. Now, I don't know for sure if this was part of Goo Lagoon or if it would be its own separate level, but apparently Glove World was going to be a level or segment in the game. And in one of the missions, you would have to ride on a Ferris wheel and collect a golden spatula on the highest point of the roller coaster. And you can actually see that in this old artwork that you can put on screen. I would have liked to see Glove World because that was a thing that was established in the old episodes of SpongeBob. But, oh well. I mean, we still have somewhat like Glove World 2, or it's, I'll just call it Glove World 2. Oh, I guess while we're here in this carnival, I can show this thing off that I didn't get a chance to show off. So with this thing, you would have to be Spongebob, and after you got the Sponge Bowl, Bubble Bowl into the Skee Ball machine to score shiny objects. So if you wanted like free shiny objects and you didn't want to like do the cheat codes, this or destroy robots, this would be a way to get them. Now there is a way to like get a whole lot of shiny objects without using Spongebob. I'm gonna put a link in the description of that video of a guy like using Patrick throwing stone tikis inside of those, and just then switching to Spongebob to bowl into an area and get a whole bunch of shiny objects. Although, little heads up, you had to like do a glitch or something to where you can't get out of bounds and do this before you go through with Patrick and the Stone Tikis. But yeah, I think you already see that there's the 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and I think the max is actually 50. If you get the ball into those top, like left and right holes, I think those are 100 or 50. Although, like real life skee ball, it's very hard to do. But it is possible. Like so! Alright. Now, I'm pretty sure that's it for levels. Now, let me tell you something about an unused power-up. Do you remember that episode of SpongeBob where he made his homemade sundae and he had, like, bad breath? Yeah, that was gonna be a power-up in the game, where I think both SpongeBob and Patrick can have. And what it would do is that it would give you a speed boost, and it will allow you to destroy stone tikis. And I think there's a way to like program the thing in the game, but it won't actually like do its original intentions or buffs and stuff like that. Another thing I can show off while here is that there was a hidden sign in downtown Bikini Bottom in the lighthouse, I think. And if you glitch inside of the lighthouse, there's a sign that says if you do this move on these like trampolines, it would bounce you higher. Now you can't like always do it, but I think with this one you can do it here. So this would, let me try it. Oh yeah, you can. So here's the normal jump. Like it's just barely going higher than that sign. But you jump super high if you do this. Yeah, and this was gonna be a normal thing to do in the game. And yeah, you can get up here and destroy these. But yeah, that was going to be a mechanic in the game, but again, with, you know what I'm going to say, time constraints, they had to remove it, for the most part, anyway. So yeah, that's it for the power-ups and that little somewhat unused mechanic. And, you know what, actually, one more thing before I move on. You see that watermelon over there? Originally, it wasn't going to be a watermelon for the throw fruit. It was going to be a soccer ball. Or in some countries in the States, a football. I have no idea why, but it was going to be a soccer ball / football. That's just, I have like, there's nothing wrong with that. That's just funny to me. And you know what? Let's go to Bikini Bottom to Shady Shoals. Why am I going here exactly? Because Another thing that was interesting that I learned is that there is a way to get an like unused model and use it in here. So, did you know Mr. Krabs had a pet worm? You probably don't remember it since they rarely use the worm in the show, but it's in an old episode. I'll put it on screen and show off, like tell you what episode it was. But yeah, Mr. Krabs' pet worm was going to be in the game, and you can like see it like walk around or something. And you can actually program it in the game and just see it walk around or something around here where Mermaid Man is. Although it's a bit glitchy, and it doesn't have like the full colors, just the white model color. But speaking of models, originally in the hub world, there would be some NPCs just walking around here. Or just have like walking and running animations, like Mr. Krabs, Plankton, and Bubble Buddy, Mermaid Man, and a few other characters. Yeah, they would have like walking animations or other kinds of animations, like just saying waving or something. I'm gonna put the models on screen right now. And yeah, it's really strange that these characters would be just walking or running around in the overworld, because I think it would be just the overworld. But yeah, that's the thing that's gonna happen. And apparently Plankton's model was like glitched, so every time it would walk, it would like shake his head to the left a little bit and then back to normal. Yeah, that's about all I got for that one. But speaking of NPCs, or not even NPCs, it's mostly just the main three characters. There was some unused and original dialogue that they were gonna say, but was either removed or was redone because I guess the original take wasn't so good. I'm gonna play the dialogue stuff right about now in the video.
Go, SpongeBob. It's your birthday. Bye. Okay, that's creepy. The bigger they are, the harder they hit.
Hard as a rock. He's only big if you think he is. Wow, I'm huger than normal today.
You're just a bag full of jelly.
I always thought the gym was trained. I thought the gym was already trained.
Howdy, Mrs. Puff. Howdy, Mrs. Puff.
Well, if it isn't Sandy Cheeks. Well, if it isn't Sandy Cheeks.
Ow! Ow! Ow!
Alright, just got 3 more things to discuss and then the whole LP's over. The first of the 3 is this clam. Originally, there was supposed to be a donation box that you would insert the shiny objects in to unlock stuff like this bridge in Jellyfish Fields. I'm actually okay with this change, mainly because it kind of, to me, makes sense to change a donation box into a clam because, well, clams usually hide stuff in there and you put stuff in there and it would just slam shut. Well, that's stupid logic. Anyways, on to the... not that button again. Anyways, on to the next thing. That being... so you see the kitchen back there in the Krusty Krab? Well, apparently you can originally go inside SpongeBob's kitchen and just walk around in there. And same goes for over here in this part of the Krusty Krab, I suppose, because there's some like more like little walking area in there. You can see in the pictures of both the kitchen and that area for some reason. And now to the final thing to discuss about this game. According to some people, and this is more on the speculation side of things, apparently some people think originally Squidward was going to be playable. And like the arguments that they have are that, well, Squidward has a boss battle originally, and okay, I thought like there was a weird glitch on the mouth, but no, it's just his mouth. Like he has the robot Squidward boss originally, and he has a model about his clarinet. I don't believe he was originally going to be playable, mainly because, well, just because he has a boss doesn't automatically mean he was originally going to be playable. And two, for the clarinet, he was originally just going to hold it and maybe play the clarinet. However, in the video game SpongeBob Truth or Square, there is a Squidward boss battle in that game, and he isn't playable. In fact, I don't think Patrick or Sandy are playable characters, because all three of those characters are more like power-ups or certain like abilities to get, where Patrick uses SpongeBob as a hammer, Sandy just spins around like a tornado, and Squidward shoots like musical notes out of SpongeBob as he's being a clarinet. So, yeah, it really isn't true in my opinion that Squidward was originally going to be playable. And now, folks, that's it. That's everything about the cut content of this game, and one or two extra things I think we could talk about in this game. Not so fast, me from 7 minutes ago, because you forgot to talk about two things. One, Evil Bubble Buddy. Yeah, before you question what I mean by Evil Bubble Buddy, let me explain. Apparently, in the hub world, Bikini Bottom, Bubble Buddy was gonna have evil text. I'm only now learning about this, and I'm rather intrigued and want to know what on earth he was gonna say that would indicate him being evil. I don't know. If I find anything, I'll put it on screen right about now. But yeah, that's a thing to know, that Bubble Buddy was gonna be evil or whatever. But anyways, the other thing that I forgot to show off was the robot viewer. I know I've always showed off most of these, but I didn't show off Plankton yet. But since this is the final episode, I'll just show off all of these guys and their bios or whatever for a few seconds. Father, nifty electrical touch attack. Not tall enough to ride most roller coasters, but more vicious than a pack of rabid clams. G-Love has the most vicious smack attack, hands down. Expert foot masseuse, lemon squeezer, and does delightful hand puppet shows. Chuck, annoying missile attack. Even the game knows that he's annoying. Likes to throw tantrums, and other various military-grade ordnance. Not terribly friendly. Bombot. Bot follow you. Go boom. This is just the bot to get for the friend you like least. Arf. This here's one mean varmint. Packs a .45 caliber cat crusher. Most powerful doghouse made. Hammer. Impressive meat byproduct attacked. Attack. Smarter than it looks. Goes well with broccoli and a nice chinatty? What is a chianti? I guess I'll put it on screen what it is. But how have I not known about chianti until now, in 2020? When this game came out in 2003. Anyways, Monsoon. Shocking electrical attack. Rather sensitive. Reads poetry. Likes plants and enjoys zapping wandering denizens. Tubelet. Comes in 3s, or in 6-packs with coupon. An applicable jello attack. Stays crunchy, even in milk. Bzzbot. Lemon-scented gamma ray attack. Somewhat unpredictable. Borrows money without returning it. Blasts things at random. Arf Dog. pesky little critter bites the hand that feeds it. Impressive array of tricks. Fetches sponges, chases squirrels, spontaneously combusts. Tartar. Uncanny flying tartar sauce attack. Smells somewhat better than stale fish. Sleepy time. Mostly harmless. Unless woken. Somewhat moody. Likes to express himself by blasting everything in sight or finger painting. Slick. Disgusting oil blob attack. Doesn't wear underwear or bathe very regularly. Just the kind of bot your mother warned you about, kids. Chomp bot. Somewhat unstable critter. Beware his stinky doggy breath. Likes to chew toys, random citizens, and mimes. And now, Plankton. Plankton is the finest model citizen I know. He likes helping people, singing, hacking computers. Never mind that last bit. Plankton's the best. I wonder if he himself programmed that to actually say that. But then again, why would he say never mind the last bit on hacking computers? Oh well. Anyways, that is it. I'm pretty sure. If I've missed anything, please let me know in the comments. But now, we can go back to Bikini Bottom, save there. Aww, no rainbow colors this time. I'm gonna miss seeing that. I wonder if they're actually gonna bring that back in the rehydrated version. That would be pretty cool. Like you can put a cheat code or something in, or it just happens at random. Anyways, that is it. For real this time. I've covered just about everything with this game. Thank you guys for joining me on this little adventure of sorts in Bikini Bottom. And if you're wondering, yes, I will be doing a little Let's Play on Rehydrated. Maybe do a bit of a comparison video on what's different and what's changed. And from what I've heard, there will be references to newer episodes in Rehydrated, so that'll be interesting. Mainly because I haven't been watching the newer episodes of Spongebob, so I have no idea what they're talking about. But anyways, thanks for, again, watching this Let's Play and joining me on this little adventure. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Now, I'm only now realizing the release date for Rehydrated is going to be a while, I'm pretty sure. So, what's the next game I'm going to be Let's Playing while I wait for Rehydrated to come out? Well, for this next game, I'm going to need to jump ahead a few years. More specifically, 3 years. That is the time of this game release, 2003. So, yeah, I'm going to have to jump a few years to go on to the next generation of the Xbox. I just hope that this game actually runs and doesn't glitch up just about every other time it wants to. See you guys then on that next LP.